If you are in your 20s, start a YouTube channel. Here's why. Watch this video, you'll thank me later, mate. Right. I just thought I would share with you why you should start a YouTube channel in your 20s. I'm sure you've seen other YouTubers who've been successful on YouTube when they started their channels in their teens or 20s. But I think in your 20s, this is when you've just finished your A levels and you're probably going to university, or you're not going to university, or whatever you're going to be doing. But if you start your YouTube channel and it's a business that you're building, right? And as time goes on, your channel is going to get monetized. You're going to start receiving brand deals. You're going to start receiving sponsorships. You're going to start having like collaborations. You decide how you want your business to unfold. But you're going to start earning money, right? And your money is not capped. The money you make on YouTube is uncapped. Unlike the money you make if you're working at a job. A job they pay you per hour. A job they pay you per band. If you're band one, band two, band three, band four, you name it, right? A job um, will restrict you. What I mean by restrict you, it will restrict your movement. You are supposed to be in one place for a certain number of hours to do the job. Most jobs, thank God for what's happened in the past 3 years, that has made people want to work away from home, away from the office, or away from their workplace. That is if your role allows for you to be able to do your job effectively from home or remotely. I've seen some people going on holiday and still be working while they're on holiday. How nice. So in your 20s, this is when you want to earn as much money as you can fast. So that when you start a family, you don't have the stress of juggling work, kids, being away from home. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so start your YouTube channel today. Talk about, you decide what you feel let's talk about. Just be you. We want to know about you. And then you grow as a person. And this will be like your own online diary. When you look at your old videos 5 years from now or 10 years from now, you'll discover how much you've learned or how much you've grown as a person. And yeah, there's so many benefits to you starting your own YouTube channel. You save yourself from traveling to work, because if you've got a YouTube channel, you're either working from home, you have your own home office, or you can work from a cafe. I don't know how you can record videos in a cafe. Well, if it's a kind of video where, yeah, I'm sure you can do it. I mean, I've seen people recording videos in a park. I've seen people recording videos. Anyway, it depends what kind of content you're creating at that moment. Uh, and also, it lowers your stress levels. It is so stressful working a job that you're probably in it for the money. I mean, most people work a job in for the money, not for the love of the job. It's not like, oh, I'm passionate about teaching, that's why I'm teaching kids. No, most people, they do a teaching job because they get a 6 weeks holiday, or maybe not, or maybe it's a month, I don't know. And they're off school when the kids are off school. That's why most people take to teaching. And some people work a job because their partner works there, so they just want to see each other more. Yeah, and if something goes wrong, it affects everyone. So yeah, and yeah, that's a bit about stress. And the other thing is, when you start a YouTube channel in your 20s, and then you make a lot of money, you invest your money, right? And you can travel. Travel the world. Take time out. Take your family before they start school, or you'll be homeschooling them. Travel the world with them. I mean, the world is big, so if in your 20s, I mean, you can just head north, head east, head west, you know what I mean? And yeah, just have fun, just enjoy. Because why not? I mean, YouTube channel can give you that kind of a lifestyle. So start your YouTube channel. Uh, the other thing is, when you work a job, there is work politics. Um, I don't know why it is like that, because I've worked in a financial industry, and work politics was there. Right. What work politics is that you compete with the colleagues to to be the boss favorite, because at the end of the year, the boss is the one who decides whether you get a promotion or not, or you get a salary increase or not. So what other people, I'm I don't do, no, never did work politics. I was actually like, oh no, that's dirty. Don't do it. So at the end of the day, what people do is they'll be snitching on other employees. If you say, for example, my work, uh, we didn't have like targets, but everyone had a phone on their desk. So they'll be like, oh, so and so is chatting to their boyfriend instead of working. I mean, you can work while you're talking. I mean, I'm sure you still most people do that. But that's a way of just trying to, for the boss to know that there's somebody who can be telling me what's going on and I'm not there. So that person thinks that by so doing, the boss will promote them when it's time for promotion, or they get favors from the boss. And I've worked in the health and social care sector. There it is horrendous, uh, work politics, because you could be working, say you're not permanent staff, you just turned up from an agency, so you just come in to help, right? And before you even set foot, they're already like texting each other. The boss is at home, they want to know what is happening. So I mean, it's good to have that line of communication, especially if it's a night shift, where you know that you can contact the boss in case of an emergency. But that's not the only communication going on. Now it goes further. They start gossiping about agency staff, and before you know it, you're well. It's not like you go there to not to do your 100%, right? No, but sometimes you might not be aware of how they do things, and then you probably bring your own way of doing things, and then you sort of like clash, and then it's through the clash that the boss will take the side of their permanent staff, because they don't want to lose them. They don't want to lose them, so they don't mind losing agency, because they can always hire another agency to bring in stuff. So, but if you're permanent, I've seen the other staff ganging against another staff member. And then I was like, is it because of their age? Is it because of their gender? Is it because of what? I just felt it was unfair for them to do that. But yeah, that's work politics for you. And I've turned up to a ward, this is in a hospital, where a team, in that team for that shift, they knew that this individual cannot work with this individual, otherwise nothing will get done in that shift. And this will impact the health of patients. So what they'll do is they'll just be like, when they do a rota is when they assign people what day you're going to be working and what uh, time. So, and you actually see the name. Now it's electronic, but yeah, it's electronic. So somebody will just call in sick last minute because they just don't want to work with other people. And then that would, oh God, it's just like disaster. You don't want to be involved in that. And I remember another time when I turned up at a different location. So this is when I came to realize that work politics is everywhere. This hospital where I worked, this girl, she had just qualified. You know, you've gone through uni and you are so happy that you've qualified. You've now got your PIN, and a PIN is when you register with the NMC. I think it's called nursing. Oh, well, it's called NMC. Just Google NMC. I'm sure that's the acronym for it. Yeah, and then you'll be so happy that you've qualified. Now you can work as a nurse. But she turned up and there'd been. I mean, when you start work, you need that experience. The experience bit. So you're sort of like unsure. Yes, you know that if I give a person paracetamol, or if I give them ibuprofen, or if I give them cocodamol, or if I give them, and medicine, or if if they need IV, if they need, I was gonna say IVF there, no, yeah. So there's things that from training that now you need to put into practice. And sometimes you might be off or you're unsure about the millimeters if it's medicine, like how much do I give a patient when they've got this condition of, yeah. So I remember this girl coming in and saying that I thought I wasn't going to be able to come back in again. I was like, what do you mean? And then they were like, because the shift was so hard, and nothing was going on well. So she was actually thinking maybe nursing wasn't for her after she'd qualified. Imagine that. So yeah, there's something that you will probably learn when you are on the job. But YouTube, creating a YouTube channel, starting a YouTube channel will just give you that control over things, will just give you the freedom to make decisions, and nobody's going to be breathing down your neck, and nobody's going to be watching your every move. It's just liberating. So start your YouTube channel today, okay? Okay. I mean, it's not worth it. Unless if you want to work with animals, yeah, we need zookeepers, we need our vets, we need our botanists, we need, I mean, those kind of jobs, I'm sure there's no work politics. But as long as there's humans involved, there's always a bit of going on. A bit of going on. I think it just becomes a culture. People just think, oh, that's what we do at work. Right. Recently, like 2 days ago, I was at a train station waiting for my Uber. And this guy came through. He had a visibility vest. So I thought they were going to work, or they're part of, people who repair the tracks on the train. But no, he had his bike, and then he was saying he was going back home. So because he had his bike, he wanted the barriers to be opened for him, and then he just handed the ticket checker the ticket. Right. So this guy had a can of alcohol in his hand. I'm sure it was almost finished or full. And then and then I was like, hello, hello to the staff. They were behind the barriers. So they were like, oh, okay. So here is the ticket, and then they looked at his ticket, and then he was asking, is the train going to so and so coming or whatever time? And then they told him, and then he was like, okay, what platform? And then they told him. So he went through the gates, and then as soon as it just turned the corner, because the doors closed, right? The double doors, those automatic doors, they close. So they started talking. He's a bit drunk in there. I was like, oh my God. I mean, this is staff talking to each other about customers. So that's how it starts. So now imagine it's you now. You've just left the building, and then now they're talking about you. I mean, you're not there unless if somebody overhears and then they're texting you to say, I just heard them saying this. But you don't get many people do that. I wouldn't say I had somebody say this to you. So, because I think it just creates a bit of tension, which is unnecessary. I mean, if you get to find out, it won't be from me, because I would rather protect peace than cause tension. Yeah, so in your 20s, this is the time for you to start building for your future. You enjoy spending time with your kids, your family, just be present for them, because when things are not going on well at work, and somebody said something, or now you're having to face discipline, or you've been suspended. I mean, you name it, there's so many things that goes on. I mean, if you just turn on the TV and listen to what happens at workplaces, you just realize, I think I could do something about my own life than wait for somebody to decide whether they're going to keep you long term, or you go through probation, and then somebody decides, oh, I don't think you're up, you're good for this job, or we're actually going back to the market, we're looking for another candidate to replace you. Or they tell you, oh, this job was just meant to be temporary. I mean, it's just like people doing what they want with your life when you can take control back. Take control back. Be your own boss. I'm sure there's a channel that talks about being your own boss. You can be your own boss. Yes, the income when you work for yourself is dependent on you. But if you work a job, then oh, they'll pay me. If they don't pay you, you're on the phone. I haven't been paid. What's going on? But if you work for yourself, it's your effort, it's your input that determines the output. But it's all, like I said, the income from working for yourself is uncapped. You can make millions. Why not? But then if you work a job, you have to probably be earning a dividend, or you have to be a director for you to experience those benefits. But you can be a CEO of your own company, yeah, your own YouTube channel. It's a business, by the way, it's a business. Just give the customers what they want. Right, so in your 20s, start your YouTube channel, build your business, learn how to research videos, learn how to do thumbnails, learn how to record a video using your phone, using a camera, learn what camera is good for whatever you want to do, a vlogging camera. I use an Osmo Pocket 3. I can put the link in the description, so you see, I think most of my videos I always mention that I use an Osmo Pocket 3. Um, you can research editing software. I've heard of Filmora, but I tried using it. I couldn't use it at the time. But now I just use Adobe Express just for color grading and doing my thumbnails. I used to use Canva, but I think I like Adobe Express. And also you need cloud storage to store your footage, because my videos are in 4K, so they take up a lot of storage space. And yeah, you just grow as a person. You discover yourself, you learn a lot about yourself, and just you believe in yourself. You believe in yourself more, because if you watch yourself, then there's things that you're going to learn about yourself, that so this is how I am, these are my mannerisms. And yeah, you fall in love with yourself, which is self-love is the best thing you can do for yourself, because if you're going to love yourself, are you going to love somebody else? I don't think so. Right, so that's basically it about you in your 20s. Start your YouTube channel. If there's anything you didn't understand, or there's anything you will need me to clarify on, just write in the comment section whatever question you've got. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. With that said, in your 20s, start your YouTube channel. Write in the comment section 20s, so I know you're in your 20s and you're gonna start your YouTube channel, and I'll give you a heart on there. I love you. Bye bye.